So my name is Markéta. I came from Czech Republic, and this is the last day at Marketa. We are finishing this beautiful journey, and I would like to start by thanking to the team here because that entire experience would be completely different if we don't have a support which we have received throughout the entire stay. I came here with pretty much no expectations. You can read as much as you want, but it doesn't cover the the reality, and the reality for everyone is completely different. Um, I found myself past months um, quite unhappy. I found that I realized that I'm repeating certain patterns in my relationships. My daily life was completely mess. I was disorganized. I felt strong anxiety inside of me, and I knew that I need to do something about that to rise again. Sorry. And I tried a few therapies, and it was not really leading anywhere. And Ayahuasca came across my mind very briefly. I've heard about that experience before from my acquaintances, but they did it more like a part of their vacation, whereas I really wanted to focus on not the vacation, but I wanted to really focus on myself and take the time off and fix myself. So I started researching and show Minimakaya. I read the reviews and I felt really comfortable with all the testimonials and yeah, it was a very quick decision, literally over the night. Um, and the retreat was supposed to start in 2 weeks after I made a decision. I booked a retreat, and yeah, the whole cleansing part came in. Surprisingly enough, the worst was to cut down on coffee in my case. But I start feeling really good because if you and I would highly recommend to anyone who decides to go through this experience to really follow the data because it's gonna have a strong impact on the results and on the body as well. It's the experience is not only demanding or difficult mentally, but also physically. So you really need to make sure that the body is ready for that. So I start feeling immediately much better. Was really excited about that, and fast forward, we arrived here to this beautiful place at the edge of jungle, and we received very warm welcome, and the preparation started for the first ceremony, which was the second day of our stay, and I couldn't really comprehend everything because we were right from the beginning. We were receiving lots of tools and advices and tips, and it's like something like preparing you for something very abstract. And until it comes to then, the stories start making sense, and you start understanding that yeah, this is quite a serious thing, and it's really important that once you take the decision to come here, that you take it really seriously. So yeah, we had the first ceremony. For me was kind of combination of light one, but I felt more I felt like more physical discomfort, really strong fear for my safety, which turns out that, and again, I'm getting ahead of myself. It turns out that I'm actually fearing myself, because after the whole experience and all 4 ceremonies, the circle close up and the things start kind of making sense. Yeah, so the first ceremony was, I would say, quite difficult one, because it's something, it's new, it's again, you don't know what to expect. And the amount of emotions and the physical discomfort, um, even though the body was, I was preparing myself quite diligently for this experience. I still was, the Aya was still helping me to cleanse myself, and as I was purging. So these are all the situation you are not prepared for, but what the team was preparing us from the beginning is to accept what we are receiving and not to fight it. So that was in my head, and that what kind of kept me going, together with the breath. The breath was fantastic tool during the whole experience. And yeah, so the first ceremony put me in, on the spot in a way that I was petrified, and I didn't know what I should expect from the second ceremony. And it turns out that both ceremonies, basically the first one and second one, were preparing me for the third ceremony, which was, I think, the third one and the fourth one. There were the one when I did the actual work, and or the Aya together with me, we did the actual work. And each ceremony I had line up a few questions which I wanted to clarify. I wanted to receive the answers. I have to say that most of them, and I think the ones which I received the answers to, were the most important ones in my life and my existence, because those issues were profoundly affecting my behavior, my life in general, and I needed to have that clarified. And the third ceremony was, I would describe it as a madness. um, I thought that my whole soul is gonna implode, and I kept myself repeating that it's gonna be all fine, this all shall pass too. And I tried to also connect with my breath, which I couldn't. That was the most petrifying thing. Um, but yes, it did pass, and the massive relief came, and the realization what it all means came quite quickly as well. And then I started having very brief, gentle vision, which were giving me again the answers to all the question I asked Mother Ion. Physically, it's really demanding as well. So the next day after the ceremony, it's, you want to sleep mostly and really relax. And funnily enough, when we came here, we were asking ourselves, "Oh God, what we're gonna do here? It's just so much time in our hands, and I'm not used to it. I work in a really high-paced environment, but yes, the time and the space, it's all what you need to really connect with yourself, and to reflect on what you have experienced during the ceremonies." So the last ceremony kind of wrap it up. Um, I had again my I don't say expectation, but I asked Mother Aya would, I would like to see, and I would like to go back to my childhood when I was spending beautiful time with my grandparents and the cottage in Bohemian Paradise, which is a part of a Czech Republic. It's actually looks like a paradise. And Mother Aya said, no, we got some work to do together before you leave. And so yeah, she took me to the place which I didn't expect. I was taken by surprise, and she basically showed me that how much anger I have stored in me for past years, and she was releasing that anger through the emotions and the feelings, and um, yeah, it was a long night. I held my hands like this the whole night, and amazing thing is that like these things you wouldn't realize, um, or maybe you would, but it would take some time and lots of therapies or meditation or whatever tools people are using. But yeah, I have to say I feel awesome now, and I can see the bright tomorrows already. The work doesn't stop here. I'm sure. I think that is gonna come now, and um, I would recommend, you know, write things down, write the thoughts down. I did it every day after my ceremony, and I'm planning to go back and reading it again after some time, and because I don't want to have that experience just lost and faded away during the again daily life. And yeah, I'm just feeling really humbled and really thankful. It's a difficult process, but that process is it's part of the healing. And like if you want to fix something on your body, if you go for a surgery, you need to go through that painful experience, and that's the same with the soul. And I felt that. I felt like I had an open wound. I still have. It's gonna take time a bit to heal it, but yeah, it's important that um, if anyone decides to go through this and help yourself, then prepare yourself properly. Um, I'm really thankful for, again, I have to say, for all support here in Nimeakaya, because during that process, during those ceremonies, you need to feel safe because you're in a very vulnerable situation. And if you don't have that feeling, if you are not taken care of, if if you don't know that the team is not there for you, and that would really make the whole experience completely different. So I'm really thankful that I heard that call and that I made that choice and came here to Numaka. And yeah, thank you. Aho.